Hello, 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 everyone out there in Tarot Land. This is your girl, Zengaya, the Zen Libran, and welcome to my channel, Seiko Tarot. I hope everyone's doing well out there today. I'm doing fine. I hope the same is for you. Hope everybody's out there looking good, feeling good, acting right, pockets tight, because that's the way we rock it over here on Seiko Tarot. You know, good vibrations, guys. Well, you know me, I'm Zen as usual, and I'm here to do a general collective reading for the water signs. The water signs. The water signs are Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. Okay? They've been clowning out here for the last year and a half. So I think everything is finna come to a climax in dealing with these water signs, Um, this is intuitive energy. This is psychic ability energy. This is a lot of memories. This is a lot of emotions. Um, yeah. So it's a lot going on with water, y'all. It's the strongest thing in the world, you know. But we're going to see what's going on out here in the ethers, for my water signs, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. And of course, guys, this is the Goddess channel. And I let the ladies take the center stage here. I pull from the feminine energy because we need more feminine energy to balance off this masculine energy, which is the patriarch. Um, we need more feminine energy. So I let the ladies take center stage over here because it's all about women empowerment over here. Empowering women to self-love themselves, to heal themselves so we can get back on the throne and rule this damn planet the way that it's supposed to be. We left it in the hand of the patriarch and they have ruined it. So, ladies, we have to heal ourselves, and get back on our throne so we can put this world back on its axis and bring it to the era, the golden era that it's supposed to be in. All right? And the first goddess energy I pull from is my girl Lakshmi. I love to see her. That's my girl Lakshmi. She's here giving us the energy of abundance. Lakshmi was a twin. Okay, she was a twin. Her twin was a masculine. So this will be a twin flame reading. This will have something to do with a twin flame. And what happened with her twin? You see, she has 4 arms. Okay. She carries her twin with her. See, her twin didn't develop correctly in the womb. His chest didn't develop correctly, and his mind didn't develop correctly. So she keeps the arms of her twin with her, because he is a part of her, even though they're not together, even though she rose to the occasion and he didn't develop correctly. He's still a part of her. He's still a part of her. So she carries his 2 of his arms with her. That's why she has 4 arms. When we say he didn't develop correctly, he didn't get on a spiritual path. His brain didn't form correctly. He doesn't think clearly. He has a mental disability. Okay, her twin had a mental disability. He didn't develop right in the womb, and his chest didn't develop. So we have somebody here that has a mental disability, maybe on some type of medication. And we also have someone here that has no self-confidence, no self-esteem. His solar chakra didn't develop because his chest didn't develop. So you have your creativity, your confidence, your strength, your self-esteem is all connected to your solar plexus. And this masculine didn't have it. So he has a mental disability and he has no confidence, no self-esteem about himself. The female in this out of this twin, she went on her spiritual path and she's getting honored. She's in her life purpose, while this masculine never rose in frequency, and he stayed like down in the gutter, down in the trash. You know what I'm saying? With no confidence about himself, no self-esteem about himself. So he didn't rise. He didn't rise to her frequency. So he's basically dead, a deadhead. Okay. And we have the next one I pulled is hell. All right, that's the death and rebirth. She's giving us the energy of rebirth. So we have a death that's happening here. And we also have a rebirth that's going to happen here. Okay. And to me, when I'm looking at the cards, it seems like the twin that didn't develop correctly, that didn't go on the spiritual path, is gonna not be in this realm anymore. He's gonna lose his life. Okay. This particular twin of this feminine is going to lose his life, and he may be a water sign with Scorpio heavy in his chart. Okay, he is a twin. He's going to lose his life, and the feminine is going to have a rebirth. Okay, so you're going to have one twin that's getting out of this atmosphere, and you have one twin that is getting honored and blessings from the universe. Okay. All right. Yeah. Like I say, yeah, this is a twin. I pulled Gemini. So this is definitely a twin. This is something that's going to be known, that needs to be known. This person wants to communicate with his twin. There's something that they want their twin to know. A lot of things are going to be said about them, but they want their twin to believe them. And they feel that they would rather tell you themselves in order for you to hear it from someone else. Okay, they have some information to explain. They have some information to communicate with you about. Okay, and it's coming quickly. All right. The information that this particular Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio wants to tell you is that it involves their sixth house. Okay, and the sixth house is the house of health and wellness. Okay, your sixth house is the house that reveals illnesses, the duration and existence of diseases. It involves the sicknesses and illnesses we get due to the choices we make in our lifetime. It creates the way that the body is formed, the choices that you make. It has a lot to do with the way that your body is formed. And this particular twin, which is a masculine, Cancer, Pisces, a Scorpio, water sign, he's made some bad choices in life. This person is in his South Node. So he never, like I said, he never got ahead in life. He never developed any more characteristics or anything. He just came into this realm being the same as he was in the last life. So he didn't learn anything. And what he did, he just wasted his life. So the divine wants to, put this person out of his misery. It's time for this person to leave this realm because they can't get right. This is a can't get right here. They can't get right. So you're just wasting time and you're wasting energy and you're actually holding your twin back. So even though your twin has the weight of you on her, okay? She has the weight of her twin on her. She's going to be successful. She's going to rise even though she has her twin steady holding on to her on her back, okay? She's going to have a rebirth. She's going to have a rebirth while her twin is going to have death. I know y'all hate to hear that, but it's realism. Death is a part of life. And if you continue just to go around just doing what you want to do, hurting people, not bringing any positivity to the world, just hurting people, hurting the earth, just can't do no goodness or anything, no love or nothing comes out of you, the divine will take you up out of here. He will take you up out of here and you come back again, reincarnated as something else. You may come back as a roach. You may come back as a worm. You may come back as a 600-pound Chinese man. You know what I'm saying? You can come back as anything. But whatever you're going to come back in, you're leaving here. because you couldn't get it right in this lifetime. You know, you're a waste of time, you're a waste of energy, and you're connected to someone that has done their part, and you're weighing her down. You know, so in order for her to rise, you got to die. Okay, the sun is going to set on this masculine twin, and it's going to rise on this feminine. Okay. All right. This particular masculine has something going on. He has some type of illness um, going on in his life that's going to take him out of here. And this illness is cast on him because of the choices that he made in life. So he did it to himself. You know what I'm saying? He's manifested this illness. He's manifested his death. You know, totally in his south node. Hasn't grown at all. You know, but yeah, something's going on with his health. Um, um, yeah, he doesn't have a full-time job. Um, he just it's just over for him. And I hate to say that, but people do it to themselves. You just can't go around here on this earth wreaking havoc. You know what I'm saying? Using magic and um, torturing or trying to torture, coming up against the chosen people. You know what I'm saying? You can't come up against the chosen people, but this masculine insisted that he wanted to do this. And he's coming up against came up against his twin, and that's something that you can't do. So the divine has to show you that fat meat is greasy, because this masculine has been warned over and over and over again to stop doing what they were doing, but they refused to. So this is the consequences of his actions, and his consequences is death, and his twin is going to have a rebirth. Okay? All right. Let's see what's going on out here in the universe for my water signs. Somebody not going to be here too long, y'all. This feminine is going to get a fresh start, while this masculine is in his south node, and he's going to be laid to rest. Okay? So you're going to have, it's like the darkness and the light. He done eclipsed his life out of here, doing what he's been doing, living how he's been living, the choices that he has made. And he's been warned several times. He's been warned several times, because this is a divine couple. These are divine twins, okay? And if he was attacking his twin, and he would not stop. So the divine always protect their chosen. And this particular person gave up his wings, and it's time to be put to rest. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be some slow singing and flower bringing. You know what I'm saying? And so he need to get his mama that black dress, because he finna be out of here. He finna be out of here, and he did it to himself. He did it to himself. Okay? So it's going to be death and rebirth, but it's going to be death of one twin and a rebirth of another. All right? And that's the way it is. That's the facet of life right now. It's going to be the death of the patriarch, and the uplifting of the matriarch. That's just how it is, y'all. It's over for the narcissist. It's over for the narcissist, and it's the rise of the divine feminine. That's what's going on, y'all. These water signs have been out here clowning for the last year and a half, and now they're going to get their ass handed to them. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to be extinguished. Your life is going to be over. Okay? And that's the choice that you chose. Water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Okay? Recognize it and realize it. So I hope you got everything planned for your children. I hope you got your will, if you have anything. Any property or money or anything, any type of estate. I hope you need to get it together, because you will not be here. and that's real. You know what I'm saying? You chose to do that. This is we choose to come down here and take on these soul contracts and do what we have to do. And then we get down here. Well, not me, because I got down here and do my job. But when they get down here, they just forget, and they just fall into the pleasures of this world, earthly pleasures, and they forget what they were sent here to do. And That's what happened to this masculine. That's what happened to this masculine. And now he's reaping what he's sown. And what he's sown is death. What he's sown is death. So he had to put that death out there. And if it was toward his twin, of course, it's come back to him. And now the chickens have come to roost. The chickens have come to roost. You know? Yeah. We have a Cancer here. We have the Chariot. This person wants to go forward, wants to move forward with this feminine. I mean, but it's nothing is going forward. You know, it couldn't possibly go on forward because it's over for you. For one, you have an illness, you know, that's going to cause your death. So you can't move forward with it with anybody. You know, this person got caught up. This person got caught up in the choices that they made, and now he's mentally just torn up because he has a secret that has been hidden that is going to be exposed, and that is that he has a terminal illness. What that illness is, I don't know. But we shall see. All right. Give me a few seconds, guys. Let me take a look at the cards, get the downloads from the universe, and I will definitely break it down to you and see what's going on out here in the ethers for my water sign, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. All right. Give me a few seconds, guys. This is sad, y'all, you know, and this is sad that it's coming from a twin. I mean, this is really sad that this is this feminine's twin, and what this twin has decided to do to his divine counterpart. This water sign, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio, is spying on this feminine now because she won't reconcile with him. Okay. He was spying on this feminine because she wasn't getting a three-party situation with him. You know, he loved this feminine, but he just didn't want to let go what he was doing. Like I told you, he's still in his south node, you know, but him and this feminine, which is his twin, they have a soul connection. So even though they're not together, they're always going to be connected. There's always going to be some love and attraction between these two people because they're twins. They share the same soul. Even though the masculine half of the twin connection decided not to go on his spiritual path and discover knowledge of self to elevate in this lifetime, he stayed in his south node. He didn't learn anything in his lifetime. He's just the same as he was in the last lifetime. You know, we keep on coming back, y'all, being reincarnated until we get it right. You know, so this person, he got to get it right again, and he's going to keep on coming back. He's going to keep on coming back. But his feminine side, she's made it. You know, she's finished everything that she has to finish. She's gone through, and now she's been initiated, and she's coming into an abundance. This masculine was spying on this feminine because she didn't want to be in a three-party situation with him. He didn't want to leave the life that he was living. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't done out here sleeping around, just being a hooker, just being a whoremonger. You know how it is when you're young. You know how these men are, you know, but you think sometime in life they will want to grow up. But this particular masculine, he did not. You know, he loves his feminine. He loves his counterpart and it's genuine love. But she wasn't giving him any attention, you know. So since she wasn't giving him any attention, he decided to go toward this whore. You know, he decided to hook up with this whore. This is somebody that's really beautiful. She's a beautiful woman. But she uses her looks and she uses her body to get men, to hook men in. she, like I said, she's really beautiful. I'm drawn toward the pole in her hand, so she could be a stripper. She's a young girl. She's a stripper, and she's very sexual. She's very sexual. So since this feminine didn't want to reconcile with this particular masculine, and he started taking his ass to the strip clubs. You know what I'm saying? Since his counterpart wasn't paying him any attention, he started taking his ass to the strip clubs, and he came across this Jezebel. You know what I'm saying? And his twin didn't want to deal with him because he was sleeping around with so many women in the past. So she knew he hadn't changed. So she decided that she didn't want to be with him until he changed. You know what I'm saying? He was like, well, I love you. He really loved her, but he wouldn't confess his feelings. He wouldn't be right and be with one particular person. He said he wanted to be out here sowing his oats. So this feminine was like, no, I'm not going to reconcile with you because I don't want to be a part of a harem. You know what I'm saying? A three-party situation. If you're going to be with me, you're just going to be with me. So she just removed herself from the situation, regardless if he loved her or not. He wasn't showing that he loved her because obviously she wasn't enough for him because he wanted to be with other women. So this is a divine feminine. She's not going with that. She's not going to be an option, or she's going to be the only one. So that's why she wasn't giving him any attention, because she know what he wanted. And he ended up in a strip club. You know what I'm saying? This person was rejected in the past by this feminine. So this masculine got caught up, y'all. He got caught up. And death is justice. The divine feel that his death is justice because he decided to go in the direction of this whore, of this stripper, instead of being with his divine feminine. And this particular masculine knew who his twin was. He's on his horse. You know what I'm saying? And you see the divine standing in front of him. You know what I'm saying? Telling him, don't do that, don't do that. And he's basically not paying attention to the divine. And he got his horse and he's going right toward. He on his horse and he's moving right toward this group of women where they be partying and drinking and sexing and doing all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And the divine is telling him, stop doing this. This is going to lead to your death. But he's like, he don't hear it. He don't hear it. And he's going right by the divine and he's going right into where these whores are. He's going right into where these whores are. So he was warned. He was warned several times, but he didn't heed the call of the divine. So the divine feels that his death is justifiable because he went into the direction of a harlot when he knew who you were. Your twin was a gift to you by the divine, and you just turned your back on the gift that the divine gave you, and you went in the direction of this whore. Now, this masculine knows that this whore is not his wish fulfillment. He knows that. You know what I'm saying? And because this feminine, his other half, rejected him, he turned into a narcissist. He started attacking her. You know what I'm saying? Mental attacks, spiritual attacks. He was sending them to her, being a straight up tyrant because he wanted to hold on to her. You know what I'm saying? Instead of him being right and just being committed and being with one female, which he know is his counterpart, he know this is the one that the divine sent for him. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to go toward this whore of Babylon. He chose that. It's not like he did it and he didn't know. He knowingly did this. He knowingly did this. So he's not going to have a harmonious relationship. See, what he wanted her. He wanted this feminine. I mean, he just was in this soft note. He never grew up. See, he wanted to be the one that was in between these two feminines. He wanted them both. Okay, he wanted to provide for them both. He wanted to take care of them both. He wanted them to live together. He wanted him to do life together. But this feminine is like, I ain't on that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And when she decided not to do that, she calls the tower. She calls the tower because he wanted this three-party situation. This would have just been divine for him. This would have just been the shit for him if he could get this. He wanted to have this three-party situation. That was his wish fulfillment, was to have these two women in this three-party situation, but it didn't work out that way because divine feminine is a woman of divinity, and she's not going to share him with anyone less known a harlot, a whore, of Babylon. Okay, but it's the end of this cycle of this masculine attacking this feminine because he wanted to hold on to her. You know what I'm saying? She walked away from him, and now he regrets turning his back on this twin flame connection just to be out here drinking and drugging and sexing with all these women. He turned his back on his divine feminine to have three-party situations, to have threesomes and orgies and stuff. And now he wants to come and balance some things out, and he wants to marry his counterpart, and he's mad. He's upset that she's been enlightened. She has been enlightened that this masculine has an illness. This masculine has an STD. She's been enlightened that he has an STD. And he is upset that he can't come toward her because he has a lot of passion for her. He's upset that he can't come toward her and have sex with her. Because she figured out that he has an STD. He has a STD that's incurable, that's going to take him out of here. He didn't tell this feminine that he had it. You know what I'm saying? She's a divine feminine, so she listens to her ancestors and her spirit guides, and they told her what the deal was. You know what I'm saying? So she's been enlightened. She's been enlightened from the heavens about what's up with this masculine. And she's not dealing with him. He actually caught this STD from this harlot that he was dealing with, this stripper that he was dealing with, this young pretty girl that's very sexual, that's a whore of Babylon, that he decided to go in her direction instead of in the right direction. She gave him this disease. So both of them now are sitting over here with this disease, and it all came because he was doing a lot of group sex, orgies and threesomes and all type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? This is what happened, but he even went as far to do magic on his divine counterpart. He knows that his divine counterpart know that he had an STD. So he decided to put some love spells on her and have her come toward him anyway, knowing that he had the STD. So he was trying to basically give his counterpart this STD. See, his brain hasn't developed, y'all. He's mentally disabled. You know what I'm saying? Because what kind of person would do something like that? This is a person that's all effed up in the head. You know what I'm saying? And knowing that she knew that he has his STD, he decided to do some magic on her to make her come toward him so he can get her in the bed, even though she knows he has his STD. See, he was trying to take her free will. You know what I'm saying? He's pissed that she found out. Because he just knew he was going to get her in the bed. He was going to get her in this three-party situation, whether she liked it or not. He's been doing spiritual attacks on her. He has dealt so much stuff to this feminine. He's basically left this feminine for dead. But this feminine, she did her job and she held on. She endured. She fought. You know what I'm saying? That's why she's coming into abundance. That's why she's going to have a rebirth. And this masculine is going to lose his life because he was knowingly trying to give her an STD. He knowingly knew this was his twin counterpart, and he knowingly went toward a harlot instead of taking his spiritual path. He wanted his cake and eat it too. He wanted to have the hot sex, whatever she was doing to him over there. He wanted to have that sex, plus he wanted his counterpart. And if he would have had both of them, he would have been like, "Oh, this is my wish fulfillment right here. I got two of the best of the both worlds." You know what I'm saying? But it's not gonna work like that. It's not gonna work like that. He wanted his cake and eat it too. It's not gonna work like that. And even though this feminine and his counterpart didn't want to be in it, he tried to make her be in it by doing magic on her, by attacking her, because he wanted to hold on to her. I mean, he's given her health problems and everything he's thrown at this feminine, all because she didn't want to be in this group sex situation with him. She saved her life, and him being with this, having all these orgies and group sex and all this stuff, the divine told him this is going to lead to your death, but he did not listen. So the divine feels that his death is justifiable because he was warned several times, and this illness is showing up on his chart in his sixth house. You know what I'm saying? He has an incurable STD, and he regrets it all now. But The sun has set on this masculine. So this masculine is not going to be around too long, y'all. You know, because look what he decided to do to his counterpart. Look what he decided to do and not learn anything and not elevate in this lifetime. You know, he just stayed in the south node, filled with lust, you know, and envy and jealousy and toxicity. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he just didn't want to elevate. You know what I'm saying? And he wanted to hurt his twin in the instance because she didn't want to be down with the degeneracy, with the reprobate shit that he was doing. So he wanted to try to take her life. He's like, if you ain't gonna be with me, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna hurt you. You know, why you choosing this? I don't want to hurt you. I'm going to stop hurting you if you be with me. You know, all you got to do is be with me and I won't hurt you. All I want to do is give you this STD so we can both have, all three of us going to have an STD and take our pills together and live out the rest of our life together and be happy because I want both of y'all. I love you, but it's something about this sex. I'm connected with her. I just can't get enough of her. You know, yes, because she's a succubus. You know what I'm saying? He was addicted to her sexually. You know what I'm saying? But his heart was with his counterpart. You know, and he didn't want to let it go. He didn't want to elevate. So he decided to try to bring his twin down into the smut that he was in. And the divine was like, we not having that. Divine came and told him, warned him, don't go that way. Don't go that way. But he didn't listen. And he just went past the divine like the divine wasn't no respect, not noticeable or nothing. So the divine is like, and you're gonna attack my chosen, you're gonna attack your twin, and you know who she is because I told you who she is. Oh, your death is justifiable. So since you went in this direction, okay, this is what you get in this direction. You get an STD. You get an incurable STD for all this sex that you've been doing. You know what I'm saying? You could be mad all you want to. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. So you won't be around here long. So somebody better get his mother this black dress because it's going to be a lot of slow singing and flower bringing because this masculine is not going to be here anymore. You know, it's a shame, y'all. It's a shame. And he want to move forward with this feminine and heal the connection, but it's not no healing this connection. You got an STD that's, you know what I'm saying? That's incurable. You know, the divine is finna get this feminine a fresh start. You know, he done washed you out of her hair. He done washed you away from her life, and he's finna send something new her way. And he's finna start it off with abundance, okay? You know? He's finna, you know, start her life out with an abundance, y'all. You know, and it's over for this masculine. So you're going to have a death and a rebirth. The death of the masculine and the rebirth of the divine feminine. It's sad, y'all, they couldn't take a, you know, the right route. And this masculine is having a fit. And the divine is like, stop fucking whining. Because you chose this. You chose this for yourself. So stop fucking whining. You know what I'm saying? Stop fucking whining. I mean, you know, I don't know if this masculine is over there. He's not able to eat now because he's having a time dealing with not